All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. Today I want to talk about a little bit of a revolution that is going on and why all the people that are using the jackboot of the state are put on notice. Welcome to PrepperNow.
Please, Lord, help me get one more.
All right, thanks for being here. Thanks for being in PrepperNow. Sorry, it's been a couple days, had a little bit of busy, but someone a little while ago basically said, you should do something about some hope. It's not all negative. And it's not. And it's very easy to get into that, doom loop, doom scrolling, whatever you want to call it. We definitely do it here. But there are things that are really good that are going on. And there's a decentralization that is happening in the world that is going to take on government and their ability to control us. And they know it. Why do you think you are seeing all of the efforts from big tech platforms to legislation to all kinds of things that they're using to make it so you don't have the ability to speak as freely, to, secure your rights in as free of a manner? They're trying to put these backstops or whatever, but they're really more of speed bumps on our road to a more free future, and it freaks them out. They want to control it. They want to control the narrative. They want to control everything, but they can't do it. It's being dismantled at every single turn. Now, I know people are going to come on here and say, oh, they're building the beast system. They're, doing this and that. Just hear me out. I think there's a lot more positivity and things that you should be hopeful for when it comes to our ability to live in a liberty-based society. And the writing is on the wall that the governments and the censorship industrial complex, whatever you want to call it, is really starting to get challenged. And at some point, it'll be too much. They won't be able to stop what is coming. So let's just start with some basic things. Let's start with the encryption of internet. And let's start with cryptocurrency and stuff like that. And I know people are saying they're going to set up for, again, government control, CBDCs and stuff like that. But it's going to be really tough to do that. You can't put a value on what the citizens think is worth it. If you can keep these things moving and flowing and transacting in ways that the government can't interject itself, then it will truly stay free. And we are starting to see that, which I think is why the government is trying to co-opt it and say, yeah, come on in. We can use this as a way to transact and put it into the, like Trump's national Bitcoin reserve or whatever the heck you want to call it. That's all being done because they know that people are going to use it. They're going to get more into it. It's not tangible. It's not like gold or silver where you can hold it, but it does have a way to be outside of the system, and that's what makes it so dangerous. AI is something I've really not gotten into per se, but I've gotten some knowledge of. I use it in my employment. It's nothing that you can rely on to just basically do all things for you. However, it is very good at supplementing and honing and being used in ways that can enhance whatever it is you're doing. 3D printing is another thing that is going on that is really making it tough to stop things. How do you outlaw a file that is being shared all over? So all of these things are becoming more used and becoming more based in liberty and freedom and bandied about. Luke 22:36 says in the Bible that we have the self-defense right given by God. It says, let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one. We have a right to defend ourselves. And as much as they want to take that away, we are seeing all kinds of wins happen from the Supreme Court down to just basic, everyday people creating things in ways that we have an ability to protect ourselves. Well, there's also a war going on freedom of speech. I think we've covered that here, but they are really having a problem with that. Sure, you'll have things happen here on this platform and other ones where they do things to kind of control it, but every time they take one platform and try to shut it down, or take one way to try to shut it down, others come up and take its place. It's not quick, it takes time, but it happens. Look at Rumble, look at Substack, look at other areas where you're able to get your information. Now, I play the game here on this platform, but I can assure you at some point, judging by the FTC and others that have got actively operative evidence gathering of what they're doing here, and you better believe I'm feeding them some nice information there, Tubi. They're going to get to it, and they're going to shut that all down. It's going to happen. And if they don't, people will go elsewhere. People don't like to be controlled. If you take a book, I remember there was a show called 8 is Enough, and the father, I think it was like a psychologist or whatever, he said if you take a book and you put it on the lowest shelf where every kid can grab it, they'll ignore it. They don't care. If you take that book and you put it on the highest shelf and try to protect it and make it so they can't grab that book, you better believe they'll climb up that bookcase to go get it. And that's exactly what is going on. So they're pushing for internet regulations all in the name of safety and democracy. But we all know that that's not going to work. To quote Leia from Star Wars, and I've done this before, the more you tighten your grip, Tarkin, the more star systems slip from your grip, whatever the heck it is. That's exactly what's going on. The more they try to tighten, the more things slip from their grip. They can't stop it. So they're going to try and regulate technology. They're going to try and regulate all of these things, but there are so many different tools that are coming out. Even just like, think of something like a drone. Think of the freedom and information you can get just from a drone. All these things are coming out and they're challenging. The technology is moving too quickly, and humans are too ingenious and innovative that they can't, we take these kind of new technologies and we use them against the dismantling of the state and the state control, the state apparatus. We need to keep going with this. We need to keep doing things that are going to take the control away from the government and decentralize it into what we need as a society. Because to be honest with you, government does not need to be in there for all kinds of certain things. Our self-defense rights, we shouldn't have to have the mitigation of the state. Our speech, we shouldn't have the mitigation of big tech and the other platforms or the state itself to make us, curtail what we say and show to people. So many other things as well. I hope that you're a little bit hopeful. Keep taking these technologies and things and using them for our benefit so that we can live in a society that is based in freedom like the founders of this country intended. You're always going to have tyrannical people pop up and try to do this crap. That's why it's incredibly important to do things to dismantle it and to take that control away from them and make it so people live in a liberty-based environment in their societies that is free. And that is what is enticing. And that is why our country, I think I have a little bit more hope. I have things I worry about, but I'll look at things and I'll start to formulate an idea, and I'll be like, you know what? There's some good things going on. Friends, check out the links in the description. Hit the buttons and stuff. That's your way to fight for freedom. That's what we're doing here, and we won't stop, ever. Know that. I appreciate your support more than you know. God bless you all. Have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll see you tonight. And if not, well, I'll definitely see you tomorrow, and I'll start busting out the material, okay? God bless you all.